Hey there, I'm at a stoplight down by the ICE facility in Portland. Just driving back into town, I thought I'd come down to see for myself. I'm waiting here, so I'm going to take my phone off. Looks like there's a protest going on over there. I don't know if you can see, but so I'm just going to drive by and see for myself.
Answer any questions you have as much as I can.
Oh, I just want to let you know why I'm videoing you is because my mom thinks that Portland's burning, but I hear you talking about the residents here that are in low-income housing, and this is a nice police officer, Sergeant
Ismail.
Ismail.
I don't have my name on there, but it's Ismail.
Ismail. And my name's Dave Fleshner.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
And
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
yes, thank you.
During the day is when people can actually talk.
Protest.
Yeah, they can protest and not be worried about somebody rooting for them. It's when it gets dark, people tend to hide behind the shadows and do silly things. And there's still good people at night, but there's also people who are up to no good. So I mean, that's we all were that way at one point, try not to get caught.
I wasn't, but do you think that I went ever to the principal's?
I went to the principal's office a few times, but that was a long time ago. But in fact, one time he took me home. They drove me home. I was in trouble.
My mom was a school teacher, and she was actually in the same grade school where I was going.
You couldn't.
I didn't dare.
You had no chance.
Anything.
Yeah.
You've been here at night too?
Yeah, I've been here. Well, I've been here since Sunday, except for Tuesday. I don't think I was here.
And those are the things we see on the news with the flashbangs and
those are the feds.
tear gas.
Yeah, so us as the Portland Police, we haven't had to use any munitions for at least, since at least Sunday. I know that for a fact, but because I'm not part of that team, we have a rapid response team, like quote unquote our riot team. We don't call it that, but it's they're the ones that come out with on bikes, and they also come out with hard gear. But like the feds have different rules and policies. I don't know what they are. I don't work for them, and we have different rules. And so they'll come out here, and there's a blue line on their property line, right in front of the driveway there.
And that's the ICE building right there.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And so if you step over that line, you're trespassing, and they've made it very clear you can't do that. And so what they'll do is when they have shift change or cars coming and going or employees coming, because it's also an administration building, so there's lots of other non-law enforcement people in there that are fiscal people who fill out paperwork.
And are those people having trouble getting to work?
Well, no, because they'll open up the gates, they'll come out and block the street, and then they'll allow them to come in.
And on the news, I've seen the riot gear come out. They have to actually disperse the protesters just for people to go to work?
Just to go to work and to go home also.
Okay.
So.
But you're not involved in
No, we're not involved.
that
We're here,
activity.
as dialogue officers, we're all police officers. I'm actually a sergeant. We have 2 officers there. And our job is basically to talk to people, answer questions, so that people are out here and they can make their own decision, their own what's the word I'm looking for? Their own conclusions. I'll give you the facts. I'll answer the best as I can. I'm not going to give you any tactical stuff.
Right.
But I'll give you whatever information I can share with you freely. Our goal is to make sure people can, on either end of the spectrum, can have discourse. Hopefully not discord, but discourse. Although there's a lot of discord and there's a lot of arguments, but as long as they're not beating each other up, we just let them do their thing. They know we're here. If somebody needs help, we'll help them, or we'll get resources to help them.
Do you personally have an opinion on the National Guard coming down and whether that's necessary or not, or you're not able to
I probably have
articulate
a
that?
But I'm not. But yeah.
I know I'm not.
Gonna trick.
No.
I have a personal opinion, but I don't share it at work because it's irrelevant to my job. Because my job is to stay.
Your job is to be here and keep the peace.
Yeah.
Police.
No, I understand. Yeah.
I totally get that.
Do you have an opinion that you'd like to share?
You're not working. You can say what you want.
This is what I say.
With fear for our democracy, I dissent. Hate never made us great. Well, those seem like nice sentiments.
Yeah.
No kings. Okay.
Those are my opinions.
Right.
But I am totally peaceful because I think every human being is precious.
Absolutely.
Whatever.
Do you have you been down here in the evening? I haven't. This is my first time coming down.
I have 5 sons, and they go insane when I come down here. This is my 3rd time down.
Oh wow!
So I have pretty much said I won't be there when it starts.
When it starts, yeah. So how do you feel about what you see on the news?
I feel that
at night, what's going on at night, because it
Yeah.
seems to change
it definitely
from this
changes.
scene.
And I believe that the individuals in there that come out want to create a riot that they can put on TV and make it look like it's bad. I am so tired of people talking about how terrible Portland is. It's a joke. It's a joke. Look, I mean, there's that.
We have big city problems, but it's
and
nothing.
every ci-
That have
yeah.
nothing. You know.
But there is no insurrection. Also, it is documented that a week or so ago, Fox News was playing some pictures of Portland and mixed in video from 2020, George Floyd.
That's right. Yeah.
And so that's what the president saw, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's what's going on." So I think
Makes
someone
sense.
needs to sue Fox for putting false information on.
Well, thank you for your opinion, and thank you for coming down here and informing me. That's a low-income housing. It looks like there's a lot of people coming down. This is across the street from the ICE facility. There's that's looks pretty antagonistic there. These people seem to be a little bit more on the antagonistic side. And then there's the blue line where there's some protesters just hanging out. So I imagine they're the ones that, I don't know, might be willing to take a greater risk in an encounter or something. I'm not sure. They're not really doing anything bad right now. There's a news crew. It's a Portland police presence. It seems very calming. Anyway, you might come back later.
They're attacking children. They're using children as leverage to get their parents to come out so they can savagely beat them. Howdy. Basically, the most important thing to remember is that it is morally abominable. I want to comment very clearly that it doesn't matter if you're right or left wing. I don't give a fuck.
The agents are coming out. So, I've seen this on the news. Not sure what they're doing. I'm going to get on the sidewalk.
Continuously off by this crowd because no one will respect you or your authority. You look like idiots right now. Also, bro, you're not covering your nose. Okay, bro, I'm serious. Cover your fucking nose. You're wearing your mask and mouth. So the way PPE is meant to work is it's meant to actually prevent you from getting your face all over it. I get it. You really don't. What excuse are you fucking going to use if you have that time committee tonight? I would like to fucking know. So I know what to fucking prepare for. One fucking crossing guard can handle it.
Looks like they're letting some vehicles in and directing traffic. And it looks like they're doing a pretty good job of keeping their cool. They're tapping out and they're going back in. can't even have a
2025.
normal conversation, huh?
Yeah. It began on June 2, 2025, due to news media purportedly stating that there is some sort of illegal activity performed by immigration agents, and all of a sudden, there's a whole uproar everywhere, including local here in Portland. Well, right here, actually. And there's a division even between the neighbors here,
Yeah.
the neighborhood, because it's so small.
Right.
It's 9 blocks north south, which is this way,
Right.
and it's 4 blocks east west this way. So it's an incredibly tiny community.
Right.
The building that is the residents who have borne the brunt of it and have been eyewitnesses to it is this building right here. There are veterans living there, and a majority of senior citizens and families.
Low-income housing right here, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but I refrain from saying that
Oh,
because
I'm sorry.
that shouldn't be part of the issue here.
Oh, okay.
And then you just go up 2 blocks, and people say, it's so quiet over here. Nothing's happening.
Right.
I don't understand what the uproar is all about. So I don't understand if that's just people just closing their eyes and they don't want to know about it, or they actually just don't cross a certain street here to, okay, that's that microcosm here.
Right.
And then there's the city mayor. Well, Portland's largely, and of course, as you know, Oregon's largely Democratic, so there's
Right.
always going to be a political slant.
Right.
And there has been a power play between the sanctuary policy, which is causing its own set of problems. And now at this later date, it's turned political between the governor, the city mayor, the council, government, and President Trump as to who's going to win this issue. But
Seems a little crazy that is all playing out just right here in this.
Well, the governor made an outright lie saying everything is calm in Portland. This area is part of Portland.
Yeah.
To say blankly that it's totally quiet in Portland is incorrect.
I would agree with that.
And
People with bullhorns after 10 o'clock at night shouldn't.
And the chief of police, Day, said, okay, this is how it started with police. There is, I don't know if you're familiar with the sanctuary law in Oregon, at least.
Somewhat.
Police and law enforcement are not allowed to do one thing and one thing only, and that is engage in assisting federal immigration policy. They were doing, and everything aside from that they can do, such as noise control. They can do, they can monitor what's happening here. They can keep the neighborhood safe. Around mid-June, they did something to free up the roadways, because as you see, they assume that they control everything.
You mean the protesters do?
Well,
Or-
I'm tired of using that word because that's not what they're doing anymore. So the police, local police stepped in. They told the dissenters to step aside so that trucks and vans can exit and enter the building.
Yeah, I witnessed that earlier today.
So all of a sudden, the city council said, "Oh, we can't have you do that. That's going to make you look like you're assisting in immigration enforcement."
Okay.
So after that, Chief Day said, "Okay, we are no longer going to do anything that shows," and this is taped, okay? When I'm quoting you something, it's on video.
Yeah.
He said, from now on, mid-July, we're not going to do anything that remotely appears that we are assisting federal immigration. So that's when they completely stepped back. Neighbors here never saw them anywhere.
Well, now we see
They never-
a
they
whole
never-
group of police officers.
Yeah, but that's now. This is. I'm.
Okay, you're going back
we're
to
doing
June.
A chrono,
Yeah, okay.
a chronology. So since around mid-June, they were hands off, and that's exactly what they said. We have a hands-off policy. We're not doing anything. 911 calls from neighbors here. Please help us. Please help us. Please help us. 911 calls from federal agents. Please help us. Please help us. Please help us. Response: zero. So the federal agents have been on their own despite aggression, harassment, and threats and physical violence. Neighbors here have been threatened. They have been harassed.
Have you been threatened?
Yes, I have.
Have you been fearful for your safety?
Yes.
That's terrible.
Because you just say, you look at them wrong. You say anything that they dislike, they are immediately going to become aggressive and hostile. I've seen some of them dislike someone saying outrightly whatever their opinion is in the neighborhood, and they've actually stalked them. They've run them down the street right here and here. One guy stalked me and ran me down.
I'm not sure. This is the first time I've come down. Do you live down here?
Been around a couple times, so just keep on doing what I did.
Yeah.
So from there has been a tier here, a three-tier of people with certain agendas. You've got and this is again from June to about mid-August. You have your traditional tier of protesters. You know the traditional sign wavers,
Sure, peace,
and
love, and all that
they're the peaceful
Right.
proponents. They do a little.
I saw that.
They do a little
kinda
chant,
today,
and then
yeah.
they're here for a few hours, only during the day.
Yeah.
Then they go home to their families and make dinner, and it's all
Right,
over.
and they're not down here to witness.
And
this.
then there's this other proponents. They wear black, as you can see. Not sure who they represent, but they are the violent elements. They always come, see that one over there? They dress in black. Their faces are always covered because they know what they're doing is wrong. They don't want to be identified by law enforcement. Oh, okay, here comes the federal agents.
Write stuff with the ribbons, right? On overpasses and shit.
Okay.
And it's usually messages of unity, right? Like, there's not like the political left or right. You know what I mean? Like, right. I mean, not necessarily dead center, but like what's for all of us, right?
Right.
And so like each one of the ribbons is for a person, right? It's for one of us, right? Because it's all of us, right? And even when the guys you don't like are like dead or whatever, right? That's still not cool, right? So.
So what's the music for?
It's Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And does that have anything to do with the message? I see you're wearing a Make America
Yeah.
Great Again hat.
It's the best
Oh,
ever.
Rage Again. Make America Rage Again. Sorry. I didn't read it. I just saw it was a red hat.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's kind of the going thing. Oh no. No, this is I'm protesting. This is my protest.
I see.
Because I'm not really like with either side, but I'm like also like with both sides because I'm with everybody.
I was
So-
just talking to a resident that doesn't like all the noise that's happening.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So
Nobody
do you
likes
feel like are you is part of Rage Against the Machine to enrage the neighbors?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
But the neighbors have been here. Like I was just talking to a woman for about 20 minutes
Yeah.
about her take on it, and she's just exhausted.
I'm sure. A lot of people are exhausted.
and she's not necessarily political.
Gotcha. Well,
She's just someone who lives in this area and is tired of all the noise and the uproar.
yeah.
Do you think that
People
maybe
are tired of the noise, man.
what would you think about turning it off after 10 o'clock when the normal
probably
people?
Not. Probably not.
No,
Probably.
because
I mean, I was
that's
gonna
when,
go
like in
to
my
the bathroom
apartment
last
building, I get in trouble if I have my TV
Yeah.
too loud or whatever, just
Yeah, normally
for the
people
neighbors.
standing in the street too, but here we are. It's a protest.
Right. Yeah.
I have until my battery runs out.
Okay.
You know, if somebody comes out and beats me up over it, I guess that's a different story.
Well, I don't
but
think any of them
until
want to.
then,
Yeah, a lot of them are elderly and old vets and.
Yeah.
And they don't really feel like they could come out and put a stop to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Well,
happens to the best of us, man.
yeah, it's just a thought that maybe it's if you, I appreciate that you're out here making this beautiful American flag. I was thinking of coming down here to play some protest songs on my guitar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right on, man.
but I think it's too loud. It wouldn't, me with an acoustic guitar wouldn't make any noise. But
It's too loud. Like you shouldn't come to a protest. I mean, no offense, but you are here, right?
oh, I'm here because I've been watching the news, and I just want to come see for myself what's happening, because it seems like the media really distorts and it's always got a slant, and so I just came down to talk to people and find out, see for myself what's going on. Anyway, thank you for talking with
Yeah,
me.
man, no problem.
Yep, nice
Have
to
a
meet
good
you.
night.
Yeah, my name's Dave.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Man. Nice to meet you, dude.
Nice to meet you too.
2021 they did? It was in 2024. Here's my point. Your boy's never going to the court on this. Democrats are counting on
Stay on my way!
that was the purpose. Yes, the purpose was to let so many people in you couldn't divorce them. Yeah. And then what? And then they become a citizen.
I'm gonna fuck you up! People hold it down! You listen to me? I'm fucking ass up! I'm gonna fuck your ass up! Cover the cameras! Everybody cover the cameras! Cover the cameras! No, you get out of my way! I'm gonna fuck this guy up! I'm gonna fuck him up! I don't care if I go to jail! I have nothing to lose! I will fuck him up! No, get out of my fucking way! Get out of my fucking way! I'll fuck that guy up! Umbrellas! 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 I'll fuck your ass up! I will fuck you up! You want something to me? I'll fuck you up! You can't get out of my way! Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
You got to smash
Get out of my way! I will fuck those fighters up! I don't care if I go to prison! I'll fuck him up! I don't give a fuck! You listen to me! I don't give a fuck! I will fuck those fighters up!
We got weekend bloggers. For the police, they're in the street. They're in the street. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. Excuse me. Weak ass bitch. Get out my face. You're a child sex offender. Get out my face. Your mama admitted to it, bitch. Your mama admitted to it, bitch. Bitch, you walking with a camera. You weak, bro. I'm by myself, bitch. God, bitch. Let's go, Trump. 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 Let's go. Fuck Trump. We let Trump. Fuck Trump. We let Trigger give me. Fuck Trump. Trigger give me. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump.
BTD down on one end, and that's the police right
All across the country. No protest.
Fuck Trump! The road, y'all.
Fuck Trump! Fuck Trump! Fuck Trump!
I've seen you on the news.
I've been down here all the time.
Do you feel like talking about this?
Can I ask? Can I?
Yeah, my name's Dave Fleshner. I'm a citizen of Portland. I live up by the zoo.
Yeah.
And I came down here to videotape for my mom because she thinks that Portland is war ravaged.
Where does she live?
In Northern California.
Yeah, we've all got. Don't we all have like some relative that lives somewhere that's like the city's burned to the ground?
Yeah.
It's not true. You know, things are chaotic right now because they're sending troops into our city, and that obviously riles people up. But there's no burning, there's no looting, there's no fires. It's just people trying to express their anger, frustration with the government.
Right. So that guy, it appeared that there was a Trump supporter.
So yeah, you know,
kind of that guy right there. So he's coming down here to try to get people.
So that's been one of the changes in the last week. Is a lot more of these guys that are just down here to get footage, stir stuff up.
Right.
You know, that also means I can say I don't like how the other person handled it. I don't think that was productive on either side, but that's not. You know.
So I couldn't understand their position at all. They just said they were willing to go to jail and prison because they've lost everything.
So he's I don't want to.
Oh, if you don't want to talk about it or don't know anything,
I
it's fine.
I do. I just don't want to like put a target on him. But if you're just sending this to him, yeah, he's someone who's homeless. You know, he.
Right.
I think he's a veteran.
Clear the road, y'all.
He's
Clear
just
the road. BPD coming. Clear the road.
Which is why you would say he doesn't have anything to lose. He's homeless.
He's been living on the street for a long time.
And the police are coming down.
Yeah, they might be taking him. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
We can put you to a criminal bumblebee if you're looking for a criminal.
I just talked with a neighbor for quite a while, for about 20 minutes.
In this building?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure which building. She lives in the neighborhood. She didn't want to tell me exactly where she lived, which is understandable.
Yeah.
And she didn't want to be on video. But she talked with me for quite a while because she's been living down here.
I feel,
and it's the noise really that's bothering her the most. She doesn't feel very political about it. But she does feel like the Portland police haven't done enough for the... She said the guys in black that are wearing masks.
I feel for the people in this building.
Yeah.
You know, it's unfortunate that this has had to happen in the neighborhood. And, you know,
woman earlier, and then you didn't get him, and you got the guy that was helping her and defending her.
So yeah, some of the right wingers went over to where
If you're not keeping people safe, if you're not protecting the service, then what are you doing? You're irrelevant.
Like it seems if there were people here without megaphones and blasting loud music, that it really wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Hold on.
Or I mean, I guess people skirmishing and stuff too.
Nobody do anything fucking job.
So you're the voice of reason down here.
Tucker, the guy earlier that already physically assaulted somebody is causing problems again. And Kroger's life is kind of predictable and avoidable. Are you self-vicious? You're not
Thanks for coming down. I appreciate anybody.
unnecessary and
What's going on? I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. You go.
Get the fuck out of here, Jeremy Robert. Never trust a man with two first names, is what I've heard they say. Get the fuck out of here, Jeremy Rogers, with the several violent charges against him, including domestic violence related charges. Go home. We got an ambulance coming through. Oh wait, no, that's the Ryan. Who's this guy? Is this guy right here in the Freedom Shirt? This guy just stopped somebody. It's this guy in the Freedom Shirt. He's behind you.
Self-defense! Self-defense! No! There's no self-defense anymore!
What are you gonna do? Go get him. Go get him. He's right over there.
There's not! That's it!
This is the Portland Police Bureau. South Moody Avenue, South Bancroft Street, hundreds of vehicles. There have been incidents that demonstrate risk to both drivers and pedestrians. We need to ensure safety for all.
Dealt with him earlier tonight when he punched a woman. If you dealt with him earlier tonight when he punched a woman, none of this would be happening right now. He caused all of this. It was preventable and avoidable.
May also be used to justified by law.
Finally, you know the fucking law.
Well, that was chaotic. It seems like there was a Trump supporter that just got was trying to escalate things and got these people riled up. And there's a homeless guy. This unmarked police truck showed up. Well, that was exciting. This gentleman would like to talk to me. I see that you're wanting to be peaceful.
Yes.
Have you been down here a lot? Do you mind being on camera?
Prefer not to, honestly.
Okay. Do you mind talking to me? I can turn the video off.
Yeah, I don't mind talking to you.
So it appears that a Trump supporter that was seemed to be agitating just got arrested.
What did you see? What did you see, Bennett?
Literally one open point man just ruined the entire structure. Who would have thought? In the United States, never.
You know he's literally defending himself. Obviously, he's been swarmed all night. He's defending himself. Exactly. He was being attacked.
I
said nobody was attacking him, and he said exactly he was being attacked. That's not what the word exactly was.
So these are the Portland police in riot gear. They seem to have formed a line in order to.
Hey, can we get you guys on the sidewalk so we can get this car out?
Thank you.
Hey, can you get on the sidewalk, please? Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're Portland Police W. Enjoy the good little while.
We're Portland Police W. Took him away in this time. So he's now being arrested. He might be charged with assault.
Who wanted that?
He's been here several nights reporting citations.
Did you want the video?
And of course, over there you had conservative journalist Nick Sorter going through the Antifa tent, the refueling tent over there.
Right.
And then he gets swarmed. Yeah.
That is public property.
Correct. The whole sidewalk is. But again, this is the type of lawlessness that city officials, the mayor Keith Wilson, Governor Tina Kotek continue to allow. And this ecosystem, again, attracts all the maniacs and unhinged individuals. And then this happens. Every single night, this is a powder keg waiting to explode. And again, Portland PD only seems to move in when conservatives are defending themselves. And they end up getting arrested. Absolutely insane. I got to get back to editing.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Hey Frank, I'm Dave Fleschner. I just met Frank here down here at the whatever the ice facility where it's sort of calmed down here right now, so I'm able to have a reasonable conversation with someone without all the noise and lights and blaring, which is sort of nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, Frank, you're just telling me how you think that Portland's not your town anymore.
Yeah, because the drug scene has definitely taken over. There's bodies everywhere. They need to clean the shit up. They need to legalize fucking these drugs to where these people can get.
So you do think they should be legal, or no? You think people should be? There should be more prosecutions of drug crimes.
There should be more prosecution
for drug crime.
There shouldn't be places where they can go get clean needles.
Right.
Like it's just encouraging people to do it more.
Right, I understand.
And it's sad because
There's hundreds of thousands.
Have you had someone ever close to you in addiction?
I mean,
Yes.
I personally can't.
It's
bring
hard.
myself to
My
care.
mom
Again,
was
like,
a heroin addict.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And she lost me over that.
Yeah.
And she ended up getting clean 10 years later.
Right.
But she ended up getting clean and got addicted to another drug, but ended up getting clean from that. So
Right.
she is a very
can't bring myself to care like from a
small-minded person when
Right.
it comes to trying to get off of drugs.
Right. Yeah.
So I do see the addiction, but there just needs to be more help
Right.
for people with addiction.
And you're down here to support the
ICE troops, yes.
The ICE troops, yeah. And do you have an opinion on the National Guard coming to Portland, whether it's necessary, whether it's... Or
Yes,
do
but
you think the Portland police just aren't doing enough?
the Portland police are not doing enough, and
I've seen them do a little bit, but it's like only when something gets really rowdy or something they kind of pull that.
they could definitely do some more with the other violence, gang violence that's going on in Portland instead of being here. They could do they could do a bunch of stuff.
You mean the National Guard could, or if they can?
Yeah, the National Guard could, and I think that's
So
why
you think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
You're not worried about the fact that there'd be federalized troops in the city with possible machine guns and stuff.
No, because
Yeah.
DC looks better.
Okay. All right.
DC's crime has gone down since that happened.
Right.
And that's all people want is the crime to go down and being able to walk freely with their loved ones and not have to worry about walking into a cloud of fentanyl or stumbling across somebody.
Right.
So
we have a different
So,
asylum means.
Okay.
And you're
What,
saying asylum is when someone comes and says, I'm fleeing my country, and then they're sent back to where they were.
You've been down here multiple times.
Yes.
Do you feel like it's making an impact for you to be here? In some kind of positive way for the community?
Well, yeah, because when I first came down, there barely wasn't any conservatives here.
Right.
There was maybe 3 or 4, and now there's 20.
And you bet you might even be the one leading the conservative movement down here, or at least the flag bearer.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Yeah.
I'm just one person.
But you seem really, it's easy to talk with you. You don't seem angry or agitated. That other guy seemed really agitated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with some people. They don't know how to keep their cool.
Right.
They don't know how to actually talk. to
Actually
people.
have a conversation like this. Yeah.
They one thing that was always told to me, once someone stops talking and starts getting violent, they ran out of intelligent things to say.
Right. Yeah. It should be the last resort, right? I mean, it's
fighting should always be your last resort.
It shouldn't really be a resort at all. We shouldn't have to fight at all. We should be beyond that.
We should.
Humanity, but we're not. Well, anyway, I appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Well,
okay, it's starting to get a little bit louder again, but I was just having a conversation with someone. And this is something that the neighbor was really upset about, them chanting our streets, because she lives here, and she's getting really frustrated that these are her streets too, and that protesters coming down and shouting that there are streets when they don't actually live here and have to deal with the sound constantly.
I think that's valid in one way. I think like what a lot of these people would say is that to a certain extent it is theirs because we all live here.
And that's what you guys are all kind of saying. These are all we all pay taxes.
And another thing that I think is maybe more important is
for this
like,
building.
That's true. That's totally valid. I would love to talk with that person about it. There are other people who are totally in support of the protest. People feel all different kinds of ways in the building.
Absolutely.
It's a large building with a lot of people.
Yeah.
To me, I guess the individual view of one person shouldn't determine policy. It's like that's useful to me as a person to know how they feel, and it sucks that they feel that way. But I just don't think like that really should determine the course of U.S. history.
Yeah, right. I think a more interesting conversation is the one you two were just having about about the oneness of everything, the world, and that we all live here together. But you don't want to have the conversation anymore.
I'm done with, I'm done.
You done with him? But I thought you were I thought you were starting to actually get somewhere because I felt like you agreed on something.
We are not going to get anywhere because he is part of them and he keeps up in the clouds about, oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, it's really sad that one person feels like that. There is more than one person in them apartments that feels that way, and they don't care. They don't care.
Well, so do you care about the people that do feel that way? Because I got about 20 minutes of me talking to a lady that was just kind of wants the police to do better. She doesn't want the National Guard to come in, but she wants the police to do a better job of keeping these kind of skirmishes and incidents down. Because
I mean, I'm happy to answer that question as me, but
yeah.
I feel like you're asking me to speak for other people, which I just can't.
Oh, you're not. You're just speaking for. Yeah, that's fine. I'm ready to speak for yourself then.
I mean, I as an individual care what they feel.
Yeah.
I think what's like relevant to me from history is that like all resistance movements have been disruptive. Like that's kind of the point.
Right.
It has always been frustrating, and I think that there's like that's valid as an individual. Like I would be annoyed if I couldn't sleep too. My personal counterpoint is like I also can't sleep on the other side of the river because there's a helicopter. If I was here, like the flashbangs would all speed and shoot. Whatever. That's not like super relevant.
Right.
To me, it's more so like I'm here because of this point in the history and what it means.
Right.
Whether or not this resistance, I think, will actually get us there. I think the bigger picture is that like resistance is disruptive and always has been.
Right.
And if you look back to any movement that I hope many of us would agree like were the right move, you can always find people who made these exact arguments, like that people should just protest in the right way, that people shouldn't stop traffic.
Protest in the right. I see.
And that just, I understand where they're coming from because it sucks to be disrupted, but it's also just not really how the real world.
Yeah, I guess that's why I'm down here because I'm not in this neighborhood. I live across town, but I keep seeing it on the news, and I want to see for myself how it's being portrayed. So it's fascinating to me that I can sit here with a couple of Republicans and someone who's like not Antifa but is anti-fascist and saying that Antifa is not an organization because everything I see in the media seems very slanted, and I guess I feel othered because I keep hearing people say they and them, like you're lumping people in with them, and they're getting lumped in with other thems, and I think we're all just us. And that's the point that I thought you guys were getting to, where we could maybe find some common agreement, is that...
Oh no, where he was going was, since we're all us, why can't they come here and be part of us? That's where he was.
Well, I think it was just the beginning of something maybe that's saying that we're all on this planet, and you're right, there's rooms, right, in the house. There are countries with borders, and there are rules, and we need to abide by these things in order to be peaceful nations, right? We do need some structures and things, and so I think it's important for us to have like discussions about that. So I think it's fascinating that we're down here talking about it instead of. I think it's more productive than sort of, I don't know, shouting on the side of a building with a megaphone that's disrupting the neighborhood.
I mean, I think it could be. Honestly, I'm curious. To me, these feel important as a person, but like, what do you think this kind of conversation can actually mean for the course of us as a country? Like, I get that it percolates, but like...
Well, so what I would like to see is all these people down here possibly engaging in dialogue that is constructive and without needing a police presence, because I think there's a big discussion happening about ICE, but the sort of media coverage that's happening is all clickbait coverage. So, and this is happening on both the left and the right, where people are coming down here. I guarantee we're going to see these tension spots, and we're not going to see these calmer spots on the news, right? We're going to see the guy getting arrested on the news, and we're going to see when the ICE people come out, and if there are flashbang grenades and stuff, that's what we're going to see. And both sides are going to claim that either it's ICE being overly reactive, or that the protesters are causing this war zone to happen, right? And to me, that's not productive for the country at all. But to have people down here having conversations like the ones you're having, if we could show that in Portland we have civil discourse and that we could solve our problems, that possibly then there would be no issue with sending the National Guard, because personally I think that's unconstitutional, and I don't want to see soldiers with automatic weapons in the street. I don't think we need to get there to get to that point, or I would hope that by now we wouldn't have to. That's my opinion.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I think that like history generally shows that
That's naive.
I don't think it's not at all. I don't think it's naive at all. I just think that like history shows that everything has a role, and you can't really quantify like what was critical and what wasn't. But like the conversations are critical. I also think that like they alone don't change where we are as a country, because there are policy decisions being made as well, and like intervention in policy is also part of it.
Yeah, I think if what you want to do is change the policy, if you want to have that effect, because we live in such a media world that we're feeding the Fox News narrative by being down here and shouting with bullhorns and getting in the faces of the ICE agents. If you were down here like this guy with this peace sign or something like that, or the chicken dude, or the other, some of the kind of more ridiculous things, like I'm full support of this naked bike ride, because that's very Portland. And obviously, you're not, if you're riding a bike naked, you're not, you're protesting pretty peacefully, because you're not looking for a fight, right? But I think if the national media sees that, there's no way they could spin that to this is a war zone.
I think,
and that's what I'm worried about, is the sending the National Guard in. I don't really want that to happen. I don't want to become a flashpoint that becomes a war in order to solve this. I think we should be able to solve it without getting to, all the political levers aren't gone yet.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I think still the issue for me bigger is that like whether or not you make the right or wrong like choice of how you approach protests.
Yeah.
Under a certain threshold, I don't think that it should I don't think it should matter whether you are protesting in the right way or the wrong way at this level, right? Like you and I agree that is maybe a better tactic for preventing the deployment of the National Guard.
Right.
I also don't think that being wrong about your choice of tactic should
no, as long as it's non-violent, I don't think so. I mean, this doesn't bother me that they're there, like against the blue line or whatever. It doesn't. But when they start getting close to antagonizing the ICE agents, and Trump wants the ICE agents to have to get into conflict. They don't know that probably. They're going off their orders,
I mean, to me, again, I agree that I think there's a benefit. I think there's. I'm not saying I agree.
Yeah.
I think there's a benefit to people being here. I agree that benefit is starts to go away. Some people do that or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, I think that it's kind of again, when I speed sometimes.
Right.
That's wrong. That's against the law.
Right.
That is dangerous. That does put people at risk.
I'm all for civil disobedience. Sure. Yeah. If that's why you're speeding.
Yeah. And I'm saying to me
as long as you're willing to accept the consequences for something like that. I think civil disobedience should be more for an ideology or something like that.
Well, I mean, I agree. I'm not saying I speed on purpose. I'm just saying someone
right. Absolutely.
65
sure.
or whatever.
I'm not sure that I appreciate that analogy any more than I do the Mexican in my living room.
To me, it's the asymmetry that's the issue, right? All of the people out here can do stuff that is really annoying, really frustrating to me. They can break the rules, and to me, the issue is not here's maybe an analogy that works just a little bit more.
Yeah.
First Amendment, you have a right to protected speech.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't have a constitutionally protected right. We can talk about moral right, but we don't have a constitutionally protected right to say whatever you want, and absolutely nothing happens at all. Right? If you come and you like.
Well, if you say something rude, you're probably going to offend somebody, and that has a consequence.
Social
Yeah.
right?
I think that she has every right to be down here supporting the ICE people as well. Right? Yeah. That's her.
So you're not free
First
from
Amendment right.
consequence, but you're free from like the government restrictions.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I think similarly here, it's not the same because like obviously there's a government building, there's some relationship there. It's not that there isn't consequence. I personally don't think there should be like whatever, but that's beside the point. It's that nothing that has happened here is even close to the level of like erosion that's happening to society as a whole, the rule of law as a whole, or institutions.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you.
Asymmetrical.
Yeah, completely.
And
Yeah.
specifically here,
Yeah.
I think the framing is that these people pose like a literal physical threat to the people inside there that rises to the level of response that comes. And to me, again, I'm sorry.
Right. I don't think it's reached the level of response. I mean, I'm standing right here across here. There's no reason for the National Guard to come and deal with this. There might be some better things that the Portland police could do, potentially. I mean, but I've only been down here today, just checking it out. No, I don't think it rises to that, and you're absolutely right there. I guess my point, I think, was how to do it, and. Right, yeah.
When I break the law, I'm not hurting people. They're hurting people by keeping them up. They're hurting the children by keeping their children up.
Yeah.
They're doing this all night long and they don't care because it's proving the point. You're hurting people while you're doing this.
Right.
You are hurting people. I don't hurt people when I break the law and speed. I don't hurt people. I don't keep people up at night for months at a time because I speed or because I jaywalk or because I run a stop sign. I don't hurt
like,
people.
if
But
you
I
did-
don't hurt people. You guys are hurting people out here. You guys are hurting these people.
Is he hurt anyone?
He is absolutely.
Have you seen him do any actual physical harm?
No, he is. This is hurting people.
Okay.
Being like
I mean,
this,
the way he's smiling and everything, he seems like a pretty okay, and he's talking with us.
No, all of this stuff that they are doing over here, the bombing, the screaming, the bellowing, they're hurting these people that live over here that don't agree.
But
Hey, have you been screaming?
I've not been screaming.
I-
Can harm maybe be
I'm
like?
saying they. He
Yeah.
asked about me breaking the law, or
Well, I just saw you lump him in with them,
He's
and I.
with them. I've watched him many times with them.
And
He
but
is
have you
with
seen
them.
him get to the level of sort of, is he pushed an ICE officer or? Right,
Not
I mean,
that I have seen with
no.
my own eyes.
Right.
No, absolutely not. But he's with them, and he's okay with this happening because it's proving a point.
Well, are you okay with them in general protesting?
If they want to sit out here and
Yeah.
not blow their mega horns
Right.
and be out here peacefully where they're not disrupting everybody,
Right.
please do.
And you'd
but
be fine with
they're
that.
not
But they're not
that.
doing that. So you're
They're
so you're
antagonizing
down
them.
here on behalf of the neighborhood then.
Everybody,
Or-
myself, the
Yeah.
ICE agents, everybody. I'm
Yeah.
here to support, but I'm not here to support this nonsense. They're acting like children that are on the ground.
I think a lot of them are pretty young.
That's because they go to high schools and they recruit them.
Who does? Who's the they?
Antifa.
Antifa. But you're saying Antifa is not an organization that goes out to high schools and recruits people. No, people come here because they're feeling like this issue resonates with them and they want to. No, you're not. You're
For all kinds of reasons.
right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what. I guess my only issue is the vein of people. Like he's with them.
He is.
But he's over having a reasonable
And I
conversation.
never said anything bad about that. I
Yeah,
never
okay.
said anything bad about
But
that.
okay, all right,
I never said anything bad about him over here having conversations.
right, yeah. Now, why is he wearing a mask?
Is he wearing that?
Yeah,
I mean, my honest assessment is like probably the same reason. Like, there's a genuine general threat of like people identifying you,
Right.
regardless of who you are, and that's just
But they're not an organization or anything.
But I have to be honest. Like he's like generally politically aligned with you. Like
No, but what I'm saying is it's not an organization if they're wearing masks. It's not a...
No, I'm saying him.
Why, but why would you not want to be identified?
Oh, is
That
he
doesn't make
politically
sense.
aligned with ICE? He's on your
My
side.
understanding, I haven't spoken to him directly, but I've heard him speak to him.
Oh, I'm going to go talk to him.
Yeah, definitely. Talk to him.
Oh, see, because what the one guy's said,
They're having
a similar debate.
Conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not commenting. I mean, I've seen him talking to people before. That's a little bit of an assumption, but
Yeah.
in general, like, I mean, what about her? Like, why do you think she was wearing that? No one pointed her out.
Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
None of it makes sense. Wearing a mask doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, well, hers looks like a health
If
mask.
you're gonna be down here and you're gonna be proud of doing it, you better be down here and be proud of it. This ain't proud. You ain't proud doing this.
I think they probably are proud. They look pretty proud of what they're doing.
I feel like a lot of the things that you're saying, I mean, just about the right way to protest and about masks, like, just a lot of what you're saying to me reflects like a flat history that assumes no one has ever done anything that would have made you uncomfortable to get where you are today. Like, you're saying that you would be
Facts aren't feelings though. Uncomfortable.
you're saying that you would be okay with them like sitting here if they weren't making noise.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But what do you think is? I'm genuinely asking. What do you think is the point of that kind of?
That would be a protest. It doesn't matter how loud you are. The louder you are.
I think that there's a point to that in the spirit of like MLK and Gandhi, that they weren't out there with megaphones. They were doing sit-ins and
very disruptive.
What? Absolutely. They were disruptive, but they weren't. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. The civil rights movement was disruptive, but it was a very nonviolent movement.
It was also very loud. It disrupted a lot, which is
not during nighttime, and when they walk down the street. It wasn't.
That's not an accurate understanding of history. Like I don't know. There's a lot to talk about there.
Can you show me that when they were out doing this and attacking people? Can you show me that?
I haven't seen anyone been attacked since I've been here.
For days.
Right. Have you been here for days?
People fight here like.
Yep. Yeah, like I just saw the kind of that skirmish. Yeah.
Again, to me, it's like that sucks, but that's a human thing that happens elsewhere in the city. The issue is
that almost seems separate from the protesting. Like those were people that are just coming down here because they want possibly to get in a fight.
I mean, again,
that was a MAGA guy that got arrested.
There was a guy who got arrested.
Yeah.
He punched a guy who's here pretty regularly. But
who someone told me was homeless.
I don't know. I don't know. But again, I think we can't flatten it. You know, like
right.
It's a group of people. Some of these people are here to protest and fights. Like that's, and to me, that's just like that. You can't flatten that into a binary where.
And they also come prepared with their gas masks.
Right.
Because they're the ones who are going to start making trouble.
Right, because they almost are begging to get tear gas.
Exactly. They are the ones, they're the second tier who want engagement. They want hostility.
Right.
They want the media to get this false impression. Oh my gosh, look how violent the federal agency is. Oh my gosh, they're attacking us.
So that one appeared to be picking up trash or something, or?
Oh, that's their little homestead they have now.
I see. And so they're organized, do you think?
They have a certain organization, yes.
Do you think it's possible that they just want disruption and that's their only goal? They don't even care about the politics of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they don't vote. They don't care who's governor.
Right.
They don't care who's mayor. They don't care who's.
They're just down here to.
They're here to disrupt.
Right, because they're not actually. If they had a political agenda that was.
It doesn't have to be the immigration. It could be the U.S. Postal Service.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
And as point of fact, they only arrived around, I'd say, the middle of June. They were not here from the start. Their tendency, as they did in 2020, is they join the traditional protesters. Right. And what they do, they act like parasites. They attach themselves to a group, and then they do their best to fuel the angry emotions, to escalate those emotions.
Crazy.
And then there's the third proponent. I'm not sure. They seem to be like a motley group of like they don't belong anywhere. They're just kind of banding together because they don't have anywhere else to go. So it escalate. Okay, the height of this issue was June 2 through about mid-August. The black proponent left maybe. I think they hung around maybe a month and a half, and then they were gone. And then
you mean these mouse
yeah,
guys?
They
left and they came back.
They get bored. They stay around for a month and a half, and then they're gone.
Huh.
That's I've seen enough of this. That's their pattern.
Right.
So they left. And then, as I said, it was the traditional protesters during the day, and then this motley group, in the evening. And still the police were still hands off. And then the mayor was still doing his spiel, nothing's going on and blah, blah, blah. And then Trump finally got wind.
The mayor is Ted Wheeler?
No, he was the previous one, the current one is Keith Wilson.
Oh, Keith Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, he's just as useless. And that's not my opinion, that's pretty much the normal in the city of Portland.
He seemed like a sort of when he ran a sort of very moderate candidate, like a sort of green business person or something.
This I'm going to segue from our chronology here.
Yeah.
I've never been quite a political person, but I've learned so much about politics. I guess I've been really naive of how politics works. Even at the local government, you've got liars and people who will lie to the public and say. You remember? You're old enough. You remember that TV show Dallas?
Yeah.
And that famous character J.R. Ewing.
Yes. Yeah. My mom loved that show.
One of his famous scenes.
I didn't watch the show. My mom did.
I didn't either, but I happened to see this one. I saw it once in a great while.
Yeah.
He was in not an argument, with a conversation with his wife, whom they both detested each other, and he had done something that really upset her, and he said, "Who are you going to believe, me or your lying eyes?"
Right.
And that's
right.
This is what is going on here.
Yeah.
Are you going to believe what we politicians tell you? Or are you going to believe what you're seeing?
Well, that's why I came down here, because I live in Portland, and so I'm concerned that, my concern is that I don't think the National Guard should be in the streets, but I don't know if you have an opinion on that, but I came down to see if it's warranted or not, because if you just watch the news or even YouTubers and stuff, it's hard to tell because they're showing the scenes that they want to support their argument.
Well, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's each proponent showing you what they want to see.
Mm-hmm. So I just thought I'd come down here and see for myself and talk to someone like you to try to get a
it doesn't
feel.
matter to me whether it's Democratic, Independent, or Republican. What I've seen over these few months in my final
analysis.
Thank you. Is that this is insanity. This is just insanity. This should not be happening. This is pretty mild.
Yeah.
Compared to what I've seen and my neighbors have seen. I'm for the side of peace and sanity.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
I think that's what we should all be for.
I don't care. I don't care what the party is or what your agenda is. This is insanity. But anyway, okay, back to about mid-August. It was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. There were just dissenters and protesters, and there was violence going on, not just in the evening, but during the day. It wasn't constant, of course, but it was a regular thing. It wasn't quiet during the day. And now it's noisy, as you see here.
Right.
No, it was regular. We have had the noise. Another thing they've done is they have weaponized sound. They make the most excruciating noises and shouting, banging things, honking of cars,
Right.
Offensive language, whatever you can, just hour after hour after hour. They do that now since mid-August. They go to the opposite side of the building, and they make all their noise over there.
Oh, you can go down the street there?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a side.
A side
It's not a
street.
street, but it's more of a walkway.
A walkway. And they mostly hang out here because the gates are
When
there,
they-
and
when
that's
they-
where they
when
see
they
the
wanna make
people.
trouble, that's
right.
where they are.
Right, because the blue line's set up, and if they're right up against
That
then
has
they
been
have to
recent
get.
because I don't know if you've been aware, but they have done horrendous things to that building. They have written, it's all boarded up now,
Yeah.
but they have written the worst profanity on that building. Can you imagine a child seeing that and saying,
Right.
Mommy, why is all that
Right.
written on the building? They've had a
And
Gillett.
is this a school that was shut
It
down?
used to be. It was shut down
And
because of all this.
And it was shut down
Yeah.
because of this. So these kids have had to go to somewhere else to get their schooling.
I'm sure the parents said, this is not safe. We're not sending
Right.
our kids here. Yeah, they left.
Yeah. No, do you know if it was a public or private?
Charter.
It was a charter school.
And no child should be subjected
Right,
to
and there
this.
aren't a lot of schools around here, really.
This is the only one, and that one's gone.
Yeah.
And so, kind of fast forward to, but anyway, this building in particular has endured this night after night. The obscenity, the threats, the constant violence. You know, it's been psychologically wearing.
Yeah,
You know,
I imagine.
it's like being in a household of abusive parents, and they're shouting and they're fighting each other night after night after night, and there's violence and things are being thrown around. It's kind of that, you know, a similar psychological impact on many residents here. There's one lady, a brave lady. She finally brought a lawsuit against.
Yeah,
the
that
city
made
of
the
Portland
news. Yeah.
because she just.
And so
Because
do you
she got tired of being. We all got tired of being ignored by the police. Okay.
Right.
No presence here for 2.5 months.
Do you feel
And
like
then
they're helping now? I mean, they're just sort of.
they're here now. You know why they're here now? Because the National Guard was called in. Now
Yeah.
they want to make a show. Oh, of course we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been here since the beginning. Chief Day, he changed his policy. You know, hands off for 2.5 months. Trump comes in and says, hey, National Guard's coming. And then he says, okay, now we're going to have, and this is on camera too, okay, we're going to have a show of police presence now.
Mm-hmm.
That's only been since Trump's decision to send troops.
Do you think since they've been here, it's been helpful, or do they just kind of hang back and?
Now look what they're doing.
I mean, they're just kind of hanging out
It's
over
just
there,
presence,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's just now. Have you seen them interact if need be? Like if there's been some violence or
Well,
anything like that?
you know, I can't be here 24
Right? Yeah.
hours
No.
a day, and personally,
Well, I'm curious to know why you're out
personally,
here.
no.
Yeah.
Personally, no sane person would subject themselves to this kind of
Right.
visual violence 24 hours a day. Couldn't do it. But on camera, it says, yeah, they have made some arrests, and there has been a presence with the agents there, but the agents have been pretty much on their own. Something I recently found out. The federal agents have actually called 911.
Right, I saw that.
Because they've been
Right.
overwhelmed and they've been threatened.
Right.
And no response from.
Well, that happened in Chicago too. I was watching on the news, and they actually the police went down there, and there was nothing going on when they showed up, and so there's actually the police are now fighting with the ICE people for doing that. The bottom line, it sounds like to me, is that the residents down here are feeling like nobody cares about them.
Oh, absolutely.
And that
again, I say the division because the people living in the wealthy
Right.
condos, which are the high rises,
Mhm.
you know, they're just
they can't hear this.
They
They're
live
not.
No, they can't.
Yeah,
hear
they're
it.
in La La Land
No,
over
they
there.
can't.
Yeah,
because it's too far away.
I understand. So it's
Yeah. So rightly so, they say, but there's nothing happening here.
right.
Because they don't show up here at night. They pass They pass through here during the day, walking their dog or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Right.
So you know, that's their reality. But anyway, your question regarding National Guard, do I think they should be here? Technically, no. It's a twofold answer for you. Technically, no, they should not be here. They've got better things to do, and that's you know.
We should be able
But
to figure
yes,
this out without the National Guard.
But I say yes, they should be here because these people right there riding their bikes along have not been doing their jobs.
Right.
They have not been taking care of the most vulnerable population, which are the senior citizens and the veterans. They have not responded to 911 calls from either the agents there or to the local residents, immediate residents here. And it was getting so violent that something had to happen.
Right.
Some larger entity had to come here and say, okay, enough is enough is enough. Oh, and you know what happened? So the federal judge, what's her name? Immergut, something like that.
Right, they just shut down the National Guard.
She says she gave a temporary restraining order around. She issued it publicly 6 o'clock because I was watching this.
Yeah, and then they're going to send the
and
California
then,
Guard.
Oh my gosh, euphoria! If you could see the crowd that came down here, you know what they did? They were strutting up and down this street right here shouting, and this is the first time I've ever heard them shout this, and it hurt me deeply, it offended me deeply, was they shouted, whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. And you know what I did? I came rushing down here as soon as I heard that, and I shouted at the top of my lungs, because there was no one to stand up to them. Well, of course, they didn't go on the street because they're nuts. And I shouted as loudly as I possibly could.
These are our streets.
I shouted, never your streets, never your streets. And you know, they shut up. They shut up.
They did. You had an effect.
Because somebody stood up to them. I think they were just surprised. Oh my gosh, someone's telling us no. So the federal agents formed a huge block, and this is Saturday, right? Today's Sunday. They marched them all the way down. They pushed them all the way down. And then they started to, there started to be an altercation, and then they, did what the agents usually did to, protect themselves. In their space, they released. Unfortunately, that's their recourse. What else are they going to do? Just stand there and let themselves be abused in their property? So they release gas, and as you see, you notice how quiet they were here.
Yeah, they're waiting until they come out.
They wait.
They're waiting until they come out so they can yell at them.
Yeah.
So it really does appear that this side of the street seems to be people just sort of observing, and over there seems to be people kind of.
This is the side where observer like myself, or people who really are tired of the protesters. Occasionally, they are starting to form now, actually, which is quite a relief. I was really getting tired of people just kind of not doing, and neighbors really not doing anything. And having these people just take command of our neighborhood. And this whole strip there, they've commandeered it.
Right. Yeah. That's. Are they selling stuff, or are they just kind of camped out there? I don't know.
Their food and because some of them
they're just kind of camping out here.
Yeah, they stay there overnight.
Which the police could actually clear that. If
yes, they could.
Yeah,
that's
against the city ordinance. They seem to decide,
but of course,
willy nilly when they're going to do that in certain parts of town.
And why and
which rich neighborhood complained? I don't know. Well,
I'm sure,
interesting.
I'm sure if this were in a different neighborhood, things would be different. I was going to say something, I forgot.
Well, I really appreciate you talking to me.
I wanted to add something important to you. We were talking about that line being there.
Oh, the blue line.
No.
The line
over there.
that strip over there. I was asking if they were people selling stuff or if they knew that it's just their encampment.
I was going to say something. I forgot. But anyway, take it as you want to take it. But I think I do my best to be unbiased. As I said, I'm not pro this or pro that. I'm just pro sanity.
Right. Well, what do you think we could do as the rest? Like, I'm a citizen of Portland. What would be helpful for other citizens of Portland to know, to be more informed, or to is there something that you feel like as a community we could make an impact here that would be positive for the residents?
Well, there are several things. When you watch media, be careful of the entity. Be careful of what their message is.
Yeah.
As I said, from what I hear and what I've seen, they're slanting way too much against the immigration agency. I rarely see them interview people who are. I think in all the 4 months I've heard maybe two people who are similar in my voice.
Right.
The other voices are all, oh my gosh,
Right, they want to capture because but that's what sells. That's what gets them clicks on the internet. So it's driven more by clicks and probably money. I mean, it's really that's always what it seems to come down to.
So number one, be careful of
right.
of who's saying it, who's reporting it, and what is the message, and is there a repetitiveness in message? Is it biased? Is it fair? To whose side are they tending to lean more towards? The other thing is, if you can, like you did, see for yourself.
Right. Yeah.
And not just at a specific time of day like the media does.
That's why I came down here tonight too. I was actually a little bit scared to come down here, honestly, by myself.
And I see them scanning, and this is just these last few months.
Yeah.
They do this pan. Oh my gosh, there's nobody here.
Right.
Look how quiet it is.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know if someone's paying some of these people, because most recently I heard two people say, and they're smiling so like they're going shopping or something. They're going to a sale. I just wanted to laugh because it was just so absolutely ludicrous. These two people, they're individual, or maybe they're there together, but they were separately interviewed. Oh my gosh, there's nothing happening here. Oh my gosh, it's so quiet.
Right. No, I've seen this guy in the chicken costume or whatever. I've seen him on the news.
Oh yeah, the banana guy or whatever he is. Yeah.
He's got an American flag on his. Well, I'm going to walk down there just to see if I can get some video of it. I really appreciate you talking to me.
And my other, and I do have one caveat.
Yeah.
I would refrain from conversation with that side.
Right.
Some of them can
just get agitated for no reason.
It doesn't matter how. It doesn't seem.
Right.
What you say to them.
You can't have a reasonable conversation. Yeah. Interesting.
Yes. For some of them, some of them are, I believe, unhinged.
Yeah.
It can touch them off, and so don't.
Well, I appreciate that advice.
Don't threaten your don't threaten your safety.
Okay.
Okay, I hope it was helpful.
It was really helpful. Yeah, I appreciate your time. I know you probably don't want to give your name, but I'm Dave Fleschner, and I'm just a concerned citizen. Is all.
Yeah, I'm just.
If I did use this, because I'm not really a YouTuber. If I am, it's about music, not about this. But I do feel like I came down and took some footage today, and some of your comments might be interesting if I were to.
Some excerpts.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Well, I really appreciate your time.
Just say,
I'm not going to try to slant it or anything.
Just say,
I think your take on it is really authentic and valuable. It seems like they should be interviewing you with the.
If you could begin by saying the unheard side of things,
right?
From residents.
Yeah.
That would be appreciative.
Yeah. There was one guy I watched that came down here and he was talking.